Welcome Wolfpack to episode number 1 of our Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Career Mode. In this series, we will be using the third-party program called OnAir Airline Manager, which allows Flight Simulator 2020 and other flight simulators to have a career mode of sorts and allows it to work like a real-time strategy game and a business simulator. If you're interested in more information about OnAir or you're looking for a tutorial on how to set it up, I just posted a video about it yesterday, and there's a link in the description and pinned comment down below. We will be adding a ton of varied Microsoft Flight Simulator content in the coming weeks, so stick around. Today I'm excited to announce that we are starting a new airline, and we are affectionately calling it WolfPack Airlines. We are starting out in the Cessna 172 Skyhawk that was given to us after the on-air tutorial job that we completed in the video I mentioned in the intro. We also received $7,500 as we edge towards Level 2. There is also an Australian subsidiary of WolfPack Airlines run by my good friend and longtime channel supporter, Pontiac91, who streams mainly on Twitch. His link is always in the description. I do want to put this out there as early as possible. I am not a pilot. I just play one on YouTube. I did work for a major airline for several years, but I was a ramp guy. I will make mistakes, not know some of the controls or the easiest way to do things, but I am always trying to learn. If you're a pilot or knowledgeable in the field and you have answers to the questions that I'm asking in the videos, or if you have constructive criticism, please timestamp the video in a comment down below, and by all means share what you know for the community. In today's episode, we fly from our new base at Orange County Airport in Montgomery, New York, which is KMGJ, with our Cessna 172 Skyhawk to deliver 452 pounds of cargo to Republic Airport in Farmingdale, New York on Long Island. This is the only leg of our level 1 job, so I want to fly this one as soon as possible to open up some of our options in the skills tree. Today is supposed to be a little bit of a crappy day in New York, and we are using the live weather function in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, so we will make this flight pretty early this morning in hopes that we'll only have to deal with some light rain, and we'll hopefully beat in the storms that are moving into the area later on this afternoon. It does look like the wind at our destination is a little bit more than what I'm used to, so that could get a little bit more interesting. Alright, so we're back on the dashboard here. Let's get our flight prepped and ready to go. We have 2 pending jobs. I did pick up one. I believe it's out of our home base that needs to go to White Plains, which is HPN. We'll worry about that one later on, but I did want to secure that job. We have plenty of time to get that done. September 20th is the deadline there. We are going to fly this job today, as we were stating before. So I will go over to the live operations map, and we will set up our next flight. We do have a full load of fuel, which we will not need. We're going to take this cargo delivery, which is going to put us overweight. So in order to get our weight and balance down, we're going to have to dump some fuel here, which I'm not happy about, but we're going to have to do it. There's no way around it. You do lose the fuel when you take it out. You do lose the fuel and you do not get it back. But this is a relatively short trip. We're still going to be able to fly 344 miles, and we're only about 50 or 60 miles away, maybe a little bit more than that. We're going to discard that fuel. If we had a FBO set up at this airport, that fuel would go back into our fuel tank, and we would be able to keep it, from what I understand. We have the the Mission 1 cargo delivery on board. We could take this down if we had the payload room. We could take this down and then hit HPN on the way back. We do not have, obviously, that sort of room. So we're going to go ahead and confirm and fly now. And since we are already fired up in the flight simulator with the flight plan that I showed you guys before, we're should be good to go. As you can see here, it takes a little time to get that fuel off. I was mentioning that, and the cargo loaded. I was mentioning that in the video, my tutorial video as well. So that's realistic fuel offloads and then adding cargo. So we cannot start this flight until we get the okay of cargo, passengers if we have them, and the fuel. So we'll go ahead and put our destination airport in. That's KFRG, which is Republic down on Long Island. Calverton Executive Air Park is our alternate in case we get into trouble. And we'll head over to the flight tracking page and get set up. So here we are. We got all green checks, good to go. We're going to go ahead and start tracking this flight. Alright, so here we are in our Cessna 172. The weather is a little bit different than what's outside today. This airport's only about 15-20 minutes from my house, so I don't know why it seems to be defaulting to the morning for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's supposed to be 10:36 in the morning. But our co-pilot has done our pre-flight and the before engine starting the engine. I do use the co-pilot to do the checklist a fair amount while I learn the aircraft, so that's good. But we're going to go ahead and get this engine going.
Throttle. Open 1/4 inch. Mixture.
Head in.
Idle cutoff. STBY bat switch.
Over here, we got to do a test. 20 seconds. I do use the track IR also, so sometimes it's hard to keep a hold of these switches on certain things if I'm moving my head around a little bit. I do have a track IR that I use, so if you see any erratic head movements, that's probably me drinking coffee or whatever during the flight. I apologize for that in advance.
Test hold for 20 SEC. STBY bat switch.
Armed.
Arm verify that PFD comes on. Engine indicating system. Check parameters. Bus E volts. Check 24 volts minimum. M bus volts.
Right there.
Check 1.5 volts or less. Bat SMs. Check verify discharge. STBY bat annunciator. Check on.
System test.
Propeller area.
Our propeller area is clear. Dude's off over there in the on his pushback tug, so
Clear. Master switch. Alt and bat. On. Beacon.
done.
On. Mixture. Rich. Auxiliary fuel pump.
Here.
On 3 to 5 seconds, then off. Mixture. Lean. Feet.
This.
Ready to brake. Ignition. Start. Mixture.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Alright. After we started our engines, adjust the throttle, and I'm going to go ahead and...
Throttle.
Go ahead and adjust our throttle down to 1,000 RPM.
Adjust 1,000 RPM. Oil pressure. Check. Amps, MBAT and BATS. Check verify charge shown. Low volts annunciator. Check off. Avionics switch, bus 1 and bus 2.
There we go.
On. Flaps. Up.
And we will get ready to taxi as soon as we turn on our lights. That is a, we could get dinged for that, so.
Taxi light. As required. Landing light. As required. Strobe. On. Navigation lights. On. Parking brake. Release. Brakes. Test. Rudder. Test.
So we've requested a pushback. I came to the external view so we could get a gauge on where we're going and how far to be pushed back. See exactly where we're going to be heading. Yeah, we're heading that way. So let's jump back into the cockpit and as soon... Alright, good enough. Thanks, guy. Peace out. See you when we get back.
Kilo Mike Golf Juliet traffic Nate Wolf 0049er is taxiing to runway 26.
Alright. Let's get out of the way, guy. Must be delivering my cargo for the next run. So I do leave the taxi guidance on because the airports that I'm used to, or the airports that I'm flying out of right now, I do not know the taxiways just yet. So I do leave the taxiway guidance on. That way I'm using it correctly right now. I may end up shutting it off in the future, but that's what I have right now. And as of right now, I do not have any other guidance on or assists on other than the autopilot. Alright, so let's do our run-up. The way I understand it. Parking brake is set.
Parking brake. Set. Pilot and passenger seat backs. Most upright position. Seat belts. Check secure. Doors. Closed and locked. Flight controls. Free and correct. Flight instruments, PFD.
No red X's that I see.
Check no red X's. Altimeter, PFD. Set baro. Standby altimeter. Set. Alt cell. Set. Standby flight instruments. Check. Fuel quantity indicators. Check. Mixture. Rich. Fuel selector. Both. Autopilot. Engage. Flight controls.
Flight controls again with the autopilot.
Move against AP. A/P trim disc button. Press. Flight director. Off. Elevator trim. Set for takeoff. Throttle.
Really like the rain effects. It reminds me of DCS World, the rain on the windshield. It's nice. As down here. And now let's go ahead and take the runway, and we will announce our whoop.
Kilo Mike Golf Juliet traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra.
That's
X-ray
not what we're
Golf
doing at
Sierra
all.
Alpha taking off runway 26 west departure.
That's somewhat west, but we're gonna go ahead and announce the
Kilo
takeoff.
Mike Golf Juliet traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha taking off runway 26 departure to the south.
All right, let's take the runway here and make sure we're clear. Like I said, not a great day for flying in New York, but we will see how it works out. I thought we turned the
Airborne
lights
time
on.
logged.
That's all right. Not all right, but not doing so good for the safety bonus so far. Landing lights off below, so we need to turn the landing lights on. We got to remember those are on. Do a left turn here. Gonna try to stay below the clouds if we can, but it's definitely low. So right now we're at 2,000 feet, and that's about, we're going to lose contact with the ground, visual contact with the ground if we go much higher than that. See if we can get up above the cloud layer here.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is type Cessna Skyhawk 6 miles east of 06 November. Request flight following. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha New York approach. Squawk 0134.
Alright. Check when with New York approach.
Alpha.
Better late than never.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha radar contact 7 miles east of 06 November 4,400 feet. Altimeter tree 0.20. Copy Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
We will back the throttle off a little bit. About 2,100 RPM here. Yeah, we're really erratic with the autopilot right now. I'm not really...
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, please acknowledge. 127.6 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Could be losing engine.
New York approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 2,300 feet. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha New York approach continue as planned. Altimeter tree 0.19.
Well, this can't be good.
New York approach, generic November 436 Romeo Juliet is out of 3,100 feet for 2,800 feet. Generic November 436 Romeo Juliet New York approach continue to Nibby as planned. Altimeter tree 0.19.
Alright, we finally leveled off up here around 6,000 feet. We can't see anything. We're flying I believe, just south of HPN, which is right over here. We crossed the Tappan Zee Bridge in the Hudson River, and we will be hitting the Long Island Sound here very shortly. That's the Long Island Sound you see here in the heads-up display. I would like your guys' input on whether you want to see full flight videos with limited editing for this series, or if you'd like me to edit out as much of the cruise altitude flying and do more than one trip each episode. Leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on which you would rather see. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start down to, we just breached the beach of Long Island. So we're going to go ahead and start ascending to hopefully get down under the cloud layer so we can find this airport. That would be nice. Go through the descent checklist here. And we're going to have to go ahead and make a turn here in a minute. And we are getting pretty close to the airport here, so... Cannot see the ground yet. I'm going to contact the tower.
Republic Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is 3 miles north with kilo to land.
3 miles.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Republic Tower. Make straight in runway 19er. Altimeter 30.18 wind calm.
That's good.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha cleared to land runway 19er. Wind calm.
There we are.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you copy? Cleared to land runway 19er Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Got the runway here. This will be amazing if we can get this, because I have never landed like this before, ever. Speed or visibility wise, this will be interesting. We're way off course here. We're gonna have to go around. Yeah, I'm gonna go around. Gonna have to try that one again. I don't know how to do ILS in this thing yet. I need to watch some tutorials on it and figure that out. But we will fly out here and try it again. Alright, let's turn back on final here. Now that we're lined up a lot better than what we were. Much better approach than what we had before. There's a magical airplane that just showed up right there in the sky. Go ahead and auto-complete those. We're not gonna mess with that right now. Flare.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Fox Romeo Golf, Republic.
Alright. Looks like we did it. Not bad for a my first inclement weather flight, even though we had a little bit of a wave off, but you can only do so much. And we will
Republic
taxi to
ground,
parking.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha request taxi to parking. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to general aviation parking by taxiway Charlie Bravo cross runway 1 Bravo. Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie Bravo cross runway 1 Bravo Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, let's see where the heck we gotta go for that. Alright. Brought our nav aids back on, and that was what our problem was with the that marker there that we had at the previous airport that was in our way for half the flight. When I take off, I'm going to take those nav markers off of there for taxiway. That's the only, like I said, the only assistance that I have is the taxiways, just because I do not, I'm not familiar with any of these airports. LaGuardia, I'm good at. Here, not so much. So we're going to taxi over to the parking area, and we will drop our cargo load off and go back into the OnAir dashboard and see what we have. And over here is our parking spot. We will pull in, set our brakes, and go through the engine shutdown so we do get full credit, or as much credit as possible. Watch our marshalling agent over here. Giving me the wheels to the right. Come on. A little bit more. Almost. All right. Let's go through our engine shutdown here so we get credit. Alright, after landing, we do have our parking brake is set.
Parking brake. Set. Avionics switch. Bus 1 and bus 2. Off. Engine idle. Check 600 to 650 RPM. Magnetos.
Magnetos go to the off position.
Engine off time logged.
Got a couple of notifications that just popped in here that our flight is registered in. And yeah, that was a rough one, but we got it. Our flight has been logged with OnAir. We're good to go. We could show our flight record right here. And again, like I showed in the tutorial, a little bit of a roundabout thing, but we had a lot of weather going on, and we had to do a go around over here. So I was happy that we were able to do this in inclement weather and not being able to see anything. I could get myself down to Long Island. So you'll see now we did reach level 1, so now we have a level 2 mission, which is, again, I have to stop by all of these airports, and it looks like all of these items are going back to Montgomery. So we'll have to pick up passengers here, passengers there, and then cargo at these two places, Newark and JFK, and bring it back to Montgomery, Orange County Airport. We are out here right now, so we don't have a job to do when we leave here. So we will check into that and see what we have at our airport to see if there's anything. Maybe there's something going to JFK or any one of these other airports where we can check those out. But before we do that, let's go over to the skills tree, and we have 2 skill points to distribute. So we have the passenger license. We're definitely going to do the hiring agreement so I can get pilots. And then the FBO's agreement, I believe, is going to be my next one as well. And that's going to wrap us up for 2 points right away. Go ahead and save those. And now we should be able to create an FBO at Montgomery, which is what I want to do. And we should be able to hire pilots to fly the planes around, or my plane around, when I'm not available. So that's all a good thing. FRG, well, let's query the logistics center and see what we have. Here's one that's going over. It's a 2-leg trip that it takes us to JFK and then HPN as well. Let's check that one out. So we could load up. We could actually take all this at once and may be able to get, I don't know how heavy the goods are from JFK to go back up to Montgomery, but I guess we shall see. But we are definitely going to take this job for the next episode, and we will definitely be doing that. Our partner, WolfPack Airlines in Australia, the Australian subsidiary, is not online right now, but he did send us some mail. So we'll check him out real quick. Good day, boss. Australian arm of the Alliance is traveling pretty well thus far. He's got 4 employees. He's doing much better than me, and they're all getting along well and earning some good returns. Take care. Report any further news as required. Dave. Very nice job, Pontiac. Very well. Let's take a look and see what kind of aircraft we have at this airport available for rent. Organize it by simulator. We have the Cessna Skyhawk. There's been a lot of Cessna Skyhawks and a lot of players, too. That one's mine. We have some rented aircraft that are already out. Oh, there's a C-47 here. Nice. If you enjoyed this episode, please drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button and setting your notifications to all. The entire Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 WolfPack Airlines series playlist should be popping up on your top left. Episode 2, when it's available, will be showing up on the bottom left. And the Flight Simulator 2020 Tutorials, Tips, and Tricks playlist will be popping up on your right. If you also enjoy survival and military games, consider subscribing to my second channel showing up right now. There is all of that content and more in the links in the description or in the pinned comment down below. Click any one of those links and we will see you over there.